Hey, keep your hands where I can see them.
What's going on?
What's your name, my man?
What?
Adam.
What's wrong?
This is 31-year-old father of three, Adam Montgomery. A few days earlier, his ex-wife Crystal contacted police desperate for help. She couldn't reach their 7-year-old daughter, Harmony, who was supposed to be with Adam.
Where's your daughter so we can check on her and make sure that she's okay?
Right now, I have nothing to say about it.
Your daughter's alive?
Yeah. She's supposed to be with Crystal. It was 2 years ago, man, that I seen her.
Although Adam claims he hasn't seen Harmony for nearly 2 years, it's a complete lie. And what investigators are about to uncover is one of the most horrifying child murders, and a sinister plan to keep Harmony's body hidden for almost 2 years.
Well, your daughter had some injuries, marks that were left on her by you. Absolutely not.
She was crying. Adam was getting really angry from Harmony, and he repetitively kept punching her.
It's late 2021. For the past 2 years, no one has seen Harmony Montgomery. During that time, her mother Crystal has grown increasingly desperate. She's been unable to find her daughter, who's supposed to be with her father. After multiple calls, DCYF begins properly investigating the case. They discover that Harmony, who's supposed to be 7 now, isn't attending school. When they visit the registered address on Guilford Street, where she's supposed to be living, they only find an empty house. They also failed to locate her dad, Adam, for weeks. Finally, on New Year's Eve 2021, they track him down in his car with his new girlfriend, Kelsey Small.
I got 2 occupants pulled asleep. We make contact right now. Show me your hands. Adam, you have anything on you?
No.
All right, come right over here.
What's wrong?
I'm just gonna pat you down, make sure you don't have any weapons. Put your hands on top of your head, okay? On top of your head.
What's going on, though?
You sure you don't have anything on you?
Yeah, I don't have nothing on
Super
me.
crazy. I haven't seen you in a long, long time.
Okay, what's going on?
You got a couple detectives that are coming down to talk to you?
Okay. For what?
What's that?
For what?
It's like people are wondering where Harmony is.
7 years earlier, on June 7th, 2014, Harmony was born, and in a matter of months, she was placed into foster care due to documented concerns about her mother Crystal's struggles with substance abuse. Over the next several years, Harmony remained in foster care. In early 2018, Crystal permanently lost her parental rights, and a year later, Adam got full custody of Harmony. With this, Harmony relocated to Manchester, New Hampshire, where she began a new life. She started living with her father, his wife Kayla, and her 2 younger half-brothers. However, this new life was far from perfect. Family members reported seeing Harmony with a black eye, prompting child welfare involvement. The check revealed poor living conditions, including alleged drug use and a lack of electricity. Although multiple concerns were raised during the welfare check, the caseworker closed the report a month later, marking it as unfounded. And now, 2 years later, no one seems to know Harmony's whereabouts.
Because I'm not talking to police about nothing. I'm not under arrest.
Right now you're being detained, yes. Not under arrest, but you're being detained.
Okay.
Any particular reason you don't want to talk to them?
Hey man, what's going on?
What?
How are you?
Am I under arrest?
No, you're not, man. You're not. You don't have any warrants, sir.
All right, I got nothing to say.
Adam, right? Montgomery?
Yeah.
I don't. Do you remember me from the Elliott Hospital from a while back, man?
Yeah, I got nothing to say.
Right. So hey, man, the only thing we're trying to figure out is where Harmony is. Okay.
Okay.
So, the concern is that you guys are safe, right? You're not in trouble. Nobody said you're losing your daughter. Okay. So I want to make that clear. Where's your daughter so we can check on her to make sure that she's okay?
Right now, I have nothing to say about it.
But that's not what I'm just asking where
Okay,
she is.
I have nothing to say.
So you don't care if your daughter's okay or not?
I do. I listen. I have nothing to say.
Is your daughter?
If I'm under arrest, you guys can arrest me.
I'm not saying you're not.
Okay, I have nothing to say then.
You just don't care how your daughter.
I do. Obviously, I do. My kid.
Yeah.
About all my kids. Yeah, but other than that, I have nothing.
I remember you talking to me about it at the Elliott because when you were up there, you don't remember me, John. You do. Okay. So I was there to help you out then.
I know.
I want to make sure you're doing okay.
I know you do. I know you will.
And I have a job to do. Like I said, you're not in any trouble. I'm telling you, right now. You're not in trouble. Okay. I care about how your kids are doing. Okay. My job is to check on kids. Right?
John, I appreciate that. I told you. I remember you from up there. I don't have nothing else to say.
So why are you so hesitant to tell me where she is? Are you worried about her mom and like what she's trying to do?
And I'm just not going to say anything else. I said anything to the police. She came back, so I got shot. I'm not saying nothing else.
But here's the thing. You have custody of her, right? Right. So what would you be doing wrong if you have custody of her and she's in a safe place? You know what I mean? So you didn't do anything wrong. If you're telling me that she's in your custody, there's paperwork that says she's supposed to be in your custody, right? She's not supposed to be in mom's custody, right?
Can't be in mom's custody.
She's not in mom's custody. And she's not accusing you of doing anything wrong, but she's worried about her daughter. So how you guys work that out in court is up to you guys. But like I said, you have custody of her. You didn't do anything wrong because you have custody of her. So I just need to know that she's okay. If she's okay, I can say, hey, DCYF, she's fine. Like, we know where she is. We check on her. Cool. Like, that's the end of it. And I don't have to bother you anymore. You and your girl can go on your way as long as I know where she is and she's safe. That's all I really care about.
I have nothing else to say, John. Like, that's it.
From the start, Adam keeps his guard up, refusing to cooperate with the officers, even though the situation concerns his daughter's safety. This immediately raises concerns among the officers, who just want to ensure that Harmony is okay. Adam, however, insists that he's certain she is perfectly safe.
Can you assure me that your daughter's okay?
Yeah.
Do you know where she is?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she with family? Can you just answer me?
I'm done answering the question. If you want to arrest me, Adam, John, come on. Adam, I got nothing else to say.
I'm not trying to arrest you. Did I tell you I was trying to arrest you?
No, you didn't. But if you're trying to, all right. But I have nothing else to say. So if you're gonna arrest me after that, then arrest me.
I'm not, man. I'm just trying to check on your kid. That's all I'm trying to do.
All right.
If you tell me she's with family or she's with like my mom, my dad, she's down in Florida, like all I need to know is that, and you're on your way, man. I just need to know she's okay. I'm not saying I'm going to take her and bring her to your ex. I'm not saying that. I just want to make sure she's okay. I promise you that.
I know. All right. Well,
like I will shake your hand and tell you that, man to man, that is what I'm trying to do is make sure your daughter's okay. I know your other kids are okay because I was over talking to Kayla.
yeah, I know.
And your kids are okay, man.
I know they are.
They're running around like wild animals, but they're okay. But like Harmony, I don't know where she is. Mom's concerned. DCYF is concerned. If you can get DCYF your back, wouldn't you want to do that? Like, do you want DCYF trying to track you down?
I mean, I'll deal with DCYF, man. Like, I don't.
But they're gonna ask you the same thing. Do you want to keep dealing with them?
Whatever.
I know you want to go, but I just want to figure out where your daughter is. Why is that such a hard thing for you?
All right, so can we? If we're going, we're going. Like, if not, I have nothing else to say. Then.
And you say you're under arrest, man.
All right, so I have nothing else to say.
So you don't want to tell us where your daughter's at?
I have nothing else to say, John. That's it.
It's a yes or no thing. You don't want to tell us where your daughter's at?
I have nothing else to say, John. I'm under arrest. I'm under arrest. But John, I'd like to go.
But just from our perspective, my man, it just seems a little strange that you don't want to tell us where she is.
All right, I got nothing else to say to you guys. So
Don't
She
you?
hurt?
no.
Okay. So she's alive.
Well,
Your daughter's alive?
yeah,
You're sure?
I'm positive.
You're like, swear on your life.
I swear on my life.
When's the last time you saw her alive? You know that she's fine. Like, you can assure me that she's
I
alive.
know she's fine. All right, look, I have nothing else to say, guys. I really don't. I have nothing else to say to you guys.
But you can tell me, like, Dad, you can look me right in the eye and tell me that she's alive.
She's alive.
You know for a fact.
I have nothing else to say.
Okay. And when's the last time you saw her alive?
All right, I have nothing else to say.
But Adam, with that question, you see where our concern is at. You get what I'm saying?
course.
Nobody,
All right.
dude, if
All right.
nobody has seen her in like 2 years, they're saying, like alive. Like, I talked to your family. Nobody's even seen her either. Your family. I know they're all down in Florida. They're concerned too, man. Like, I talked to like your brother, talked to your uncle, grandma. We talked to a lot of people, man. I'm not just around with this. Like,
All right.
so like you understand, like people stopped you. Like, they had us come out from the office. Like,
All right.
like I need to know that you saw your daughter alive recently. Did you see her? Have you seen her last time?
Recently.
Why not? You're her dad. kids, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't you see your kid?
I haven't been around here, man. I've been in Maine.
In October 2019, police recorded their last documented sighting of Harmony during contact with the family at a residence in Manchester. A month later, in November 2019, the Montgomery family was evicted from their home. At this point, Harmony was 5 years old, and the entire family began living in their car. A few months later, in January 2020, Child Services visited the family for the final time. But when they arrived at the small apartment, they found no signs of Harmony. Adam told them that he dropped his daughter off at Crystal's place, and that she was now living with her. When they called Crystal to confirm, she didn't answer. For the next 2 years, Harmony's situation continued to drag on, but Child Services still failed to respond properly. Now, after about 20 minutes of going back and forth with the cops, Adam finally tells them where his daughter is supposed to be.
So she's supposed to be with Crystal.
Yeah.
So if she's supposed to be with Crystal, where? Help me out. If Crystal screwed up, I need to know that.
I don't know. I can't say nothing else. I have no idea. And you guys, the way you guys rolled up here on me, no, I don't.
You have a past, okay?
Okay.
And like I'm not judging you because I've met you before.
But I've been out of trouble for years.
Right, but other people don't know that.
Okay.
Like I told you, man, I didn't know you. You know, I've never met you before.
All right, look, John, I got something else to say, man.
But if she's supposed to be with Crystal, I need some ideas about what Crystal did to you. You're telling me that you didn't. You're telling me she's fine. That's what you told me.
Yep.
Okay. You said that you've seen her somewhat recently. I guess. You know that she's not dead.
I got nothing else to say, man. Are we going? Am I under arrest?
Dude, how many times are you gonna ask me that?
Well, come on, John, because I want to go. Go talk to Crystal.
I did talk to her.
Go talk to her again.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, if somebody said I haven't seen a kid in 2 years, would you understand why I would be concerned?
Of course I would. Absolutely, I would. But after that, I don't know what to say after that, though.
But if you know she's alive, and you've seen her recently, or like sometime recently, like maybe not like in the last month or two. But dude, I just want to know that she's okay, man. It's like I didn't sleep at all last night, knowing that like I could have a kid that's like dead.
Go talk to Crystal.
Why would Crystal know where she's at and not tell me that? Why would she blame you, or not blame you, but like say you're supposed to have that? Why would she say that? To me, it just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I know I lost my house a few years ago.
Which house?
On Guilford Street.
Okay.
All right.
2 years ago, around Thanksgiving when he lost the house, Crystal allegedly came by and picked up Harmony. At that point, he was homeless and just wanted to provide Harmony with a place to stay. Since then, he claims Harmony has been living with his ex, and that he hasn't heard from either of them. Detectives immediately pick up on a contradiction in his story. Just minutes earlier, he was 100% sure that Harmony was safe and alive.
But you said since then you've seen her.
No. We spoke to her.
Which one? Crystal or Harmony?
Either one of them.
But you just told me earlier that you know she's alive and that you've seen her. And
okay, well, I'm just well, I'm a filming, man. Like I'm a filming. Like it was 2 years ago, man, that I seen her.
Why didn't you just tell me that? If you have nothing to do with this, why didn't you just tell me that?
Because the way you guys are asking me questions, man,
Dude,
I don't want.
I'm not. You've met me before.
I know.
I helped you out that time.
I know you did.
I'm not being a to you right now.
You're not.
I'm just trying to help out your family.
I know.
Because I have your family worried. I have her family worried.
I know.
So, like, if you know where the kid is, that's all I need to know. I just want to put eyes on her. You, Crystal, nobody's in trouble. All I care about is putting eyes on your daughter to make sure she's safe. And I'll even call you afterwards and let you know that she's fine.
All right. Well, I have nothing else to say, John.
So you haven't seen your daughter in 2 years, you know? That's not concerning to you.
It is, but I mean, at the time, I had no way to get a hold of. I had no way to get a hold of Crystal. She changed her phone number. She blocked me on Facebook.
That's why we're upset. And I feel like you should be upset about that too. If you haven't seen it,
Listen,
are you not?
I am. But what am I supposed to do?
Care?
I care. I care about my kids, but what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Like, help us think of where she might be. Don't you want to know where she is just as much as I want to know where she's in? Like you should care more than I should.
I do.
It's your kid.
It's my kid. I know.
Right. So that's why I'm like, dude, you're not really showing that you care too much, or you just know something you just don't tell them.
No, it's not that. It's just
Dude, if my kid was missing 2 years, like I'd be the first one to start kicking doors down. And I think if you knew somebody hurt your kid, you'd be ripping their head off.
Right, that's why I'm saying, like, up until right now, I had no idea she was missing. So that's what I'm saying, like,
yeah, it just doesn't make sense to anybody. Like, my mind is exploding.
So far, officers don't discover anything about Harmony's whereabouts. Adam keeps pointing at Crystal, and she points at him, making both appear suspicious. At this moment, the case officially becomes a missing person investigation. As far as they know, neither Adam nor Crystal has seen Harmony in more than 2 years. After speaking with Adam, they turn to his wife, Kayla, though by this time, they're already separated. She tells the police that the last time she saw Harmony was around November 2019. Adam was driving her to work, and Harmony was also in the car. Adam told Kayla that after dropping her off, he was going to take Harmony to Crystal. That evening, when Adam returned home, he told Kayla that Harmony would now be living with his ex-wife. However, Crystal told the police that she kept messaging Kayla, asking where Harmony was. It seems very strange that Kayla didn't raise any concern, assuming she was led to believe by Adam that Harmony was now with Crystal. To police, this story only deepens their initial concern. After the initial welfare check, officers track Adam down once again, this time with a few warrants.
So that's paperwork that's saying you gotta give up custody of your kid? Harmony.
I have to sign this.
No, just being served it. So you're gonna have to produce where all that, where your daughter's at. We're gonna be taking your phone.
It's not my phone.
Okay, but it's ours now. So, you know how to get a hold of me if you decide you want to come down and have a conversation with me. But I think you need to do the right thing and have more of a conversation with me. So we're gonna figure this out one way or another. It's not going away. It's gonna get really big real quick, and it's not gonna be good if you get on the wrong side of it. You know what I mean? So we've gone down this road before.
Yep.
You know how to get a hold of me, right? You're free to go.
Adam is now ordered by the court to surrender his phone and reveal Harmony's whereabouts. However, he still refuses to provide a location, repeatedly insisting that she's supposed to be with Crystal. Officers place him in handcuffs and conduct a search.
For what reason?
We'll get that to you in a second.
Check your pockets, man. No, go ahead, buddy.
With Harmony still missing and 2 years having passed since anyone last saw her alive, authorities turn to the media for attention, and the case quickly captures the nation's focus.
A 7-year-old New Hampshire girl missing since October of 2019. But it wasn't until last week that Manchester police learned about the case of Harmony Montgomery.
The community is not giving up on finding missing 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery, and that is something that her mother Crystal says is reassuring.
The loss of any little child is tragic. A 7-year-old girl missing for 2 years. She's a daughter, she's a sister, she's out there somewhere.
For us to have a 2-year delay, all right, that is extremely concerning. The moment the Manchester Police Department became aware of this, right, the moment we became aware of this became a priority one for the Juvenile Division.
4 days later, on January 4th, 2022, Adam is arrested and taken to the station for further questioning. He isn't detained on homicide charges, but rather for the 2019 assault case, for which he should have been arrested years earlier. The charges include second-degree assault, interference with custody, and endangering the welfare of a child. Just like a few days earlier, Adam remains uncooperative most of the time.
All right, just so you know, because you're under arrest right now, I have to read you this stuff, or you have to read it to me. Again, Detective Riley, Detective Dunleavy. It's January 4th, 2022. It's 8:55 p.m. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
Okay. What's not okay?
What's up?
All right. So I'm just gonna ask you some basic questions. You said you can read and write English, correct?
Sure.
All right. Let's talk about why we're here to talk.
Tell me what you want to say.
Tell me what you know.
I don't know nothing.
Well, what was our conversation about the other day?
You said you had a couple questions you wanted to ask me. You asked me the questions.
Well, what was our conversation about the other day? Remember we met? I mean, you remember that was only what, a few days ago, right? We got a lot of worried people and scared people right now in the community. I know you're worried about the well-being of your daughter, and I kind of want to get ahead of this because I don't want you to be painted as a monster.
Well, that's what you guys are already doing.
I am?
No, we're not. Oh, yeah.
Can you explain that?
That's what you guys are already trying to do, man.
But you understand this whole thing is getting a little out of hand, would you agree?
Of course. But
So that's why,
look, it's just the way you guys are going about it.
and again,
Yeah,
I don't
not
make,
you specifically, but
Right.
yeah, nobody comes out there like that for a second-degree assault charge. Nobody. Been arrested for worse charges. They don't come out and throw flashbangs at my girlfriend's car and ram us into the guardrail. They don't do that for a second-degree assault charge.
again, you understand what the charges are, right?
Second-degree assault, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There's also an endangering the welfare charge
Okay.
and interference with custody. Okay,
So
so
how did I interfere with custody?
that paperwork that we served you the other day, remember that?
Okay.
When they were in the alleyway, remember outside of Long Lake Ave?
Yeah.
There's paperwork that you have to comply with. You understand that, right? We had that conversation, did we not? Right? So that's what that's all about. Like,
So second-degree assault charge, what is this referring to?
well, that's what we want to talk to you about.
Well, explain to me what, if I'm being charged with it, what am I being charged with it for?
Well, your daughter had some injuries
What?
that you know about when you lived on Guilford Street.
No, I do not. What are you referring to?
Well, you were there, I wasn't, right?
What are you referring to?
I'm referring to her having some good marks.
What are you referring to?
Marks that were left on her by you.
Absolutely not. I have nothing else to say.
He seems clueless about the alleged assault. He doesn't realize that his brother reported him to the police after he confessed to assaulting Harmony and giving her a black eye for what he called bad behavior. Just a couple of days ago, police even offered a reward for finding his daughter, and he appears unaware of that as well. His behavior is unusually nonchalant, revealing a disturbing lack of emotion toward his daughter.
Do you know that the reward is about $40,000 to find where your daughter is right now?
Okay.
When you start throwing money around like that, people come out of the woodwork that you would never expect to do.
Okay.
So, like I said, when I talked to you a few days ago,
Can I have another cigarette?
sure, I kind of told you this thing was going to get a lot bigger.
That's not right.
And we wanted to get ahead of it.
But you're sitting there telling me that right off the rip that there was something wrong with my daughter because of me. No, that's
Okay. So if your daughter had marks on her at some point when you lived over there, how would you explain those?
How was she get those marks?
Well, I would love to know when that marks were there because DCYF came to my house multiple times.
Okay. And we know that they came there.
Right. And closed the case.
Okay.
If there was significant marks like you're referring to, I believe they would have flagged something at that point and they would have said something. They wouldn't have came there and seen that the kids were well taken care of. All the kids loved being at the house with me.
DCYF has, in fact, as we mentioned earlier, closed the case. However, based on his history, it's unclear why, especially considering his record. At the time of Harmony's birth, Adam was in prison. He arranged with the dealer to buy drugs in Haverhill, Massachusetts. However, when the man arrived, Adam pointed a gun at his face and tried to rob him. The man attempted to quickly swat the gun away, and Adam pulled the trigger, shooting him in the chin. Additionally, when Adam was 16, he was charged with possessing a dangerous weapon on school grounds. A year later, he was charged with burglary and assault. That same year, he threatened an ex-girlfriend, and the next year, he stabbed someone during a robbery attempt. For some reason, when he got out of prison, the system gave Adam custody of Harmony. With a record so long, detectives have every right to believe he might be involved with the disappearance of his daughter. And with the alleged mark on Harmony's face, their initial concern only deepens.
Your daughter had a mark on her face that people, multiple people, have told us was inflicted by you.
Multiple people that weren't even living with us at the time.
Well, there was enough people that had spoken about it.
Yeah.
People share knowledge of what they know.
So somebody, you telling him, and then he tells you, and then he tells you, so something that just gets passed down the line.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a game of telephone here. I'm saying that people say a story and then the details kind of fill themselves in, like corroborate. Do you know what the word corroborate means?
Of course I do.
Okay. You don't recall your daughter ever having a mark on her face?
The reason DCYF came out to visit you guys, you don't recall that? Why did DCYF come out and start visiting you guys? What was the allegation?
If I remember correctly, it was because of, I believe at the time, I could be wrong, I believe it had something to do with my uncle saying I was using drugs, and I wasn't. DCYF showed up, and the police showed up because they said that we were unfit to have the children at the house because there was no electricity in the house.
Okay.
But we had a generator running, we had the fridge hooked up to it, there was food in the fridge, everything was fine. The police showed up, seen that the kids was fine, there was nothing wrong with them. The DCYF showed up and they left. All right, they're like, all right, I, you know what, man, like, I don't even want to talk anymore. Like, this is just beating around the bush, man. It just seems a little too silly to me.
Well, I'm trying to figure out who can substantiate your claims that there's, like, you're not this, like, monster or person that either DCYF made you out to be, or your family who you didn't get along with, or whoever. So that's why I'm trying to, like, let you kind of speak your piece about all that. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. I just got nothing else to say, man. But to sit there, man, and sit there and tell me you yourself, too, like, this is why I feel like it's just all, this is just a game. I know it is. I'm not stupid.
I'm just trying to give you the opportunity to explain yourself.
You're sitting here telling me not to make me out to look like some monster. Well, no, I told my girlfriend the other day that she should get away from me, that you don't even know who I am and what my past is like and all types of crazy. Like, but sit there and look me in my face. I
care about your daughter?
Care about all my kids.
Right, but the one I care the most about is your daughter, Harmony. And we have people around the clock calling into us, giving us tips from all over the country because they care too, to try to find where she is. My only goal, which I told you the other day, is to make sure that she's safe. I don't want you to get tied into something if you didn't do anything wrong. My job is not to jam somebody up for something that they didn't do wrong.
Up until now, it has been 4 days since the TV news segment aired, publicly asking for help in finding Harmony. Detectives still haven't uncovered anything substantial about her whereabouts. Seeing how closed off Adam is, they try to appeal to his emotions.
Right now, all I'm trying to do is help your daughter. I want to bring her home, and I can't do that without your help. Dude, I can't do that without your help. Hey, can you look at me? Help me, please. That's all I'm asking for. I can't sleep until I know that she's okay. And I know that you know where she is or what happened to her, but I can't do it without your help. And if you don't want to look like the animal, because I don't think you are. Not that I don't think you are, I know you aren't. But I can only do so much for you, man.
I know.
I'm begging you to help me. Because as much as you're hurting inside, I'm also hurting inside, and I don't know how you can sleep at night because I'm sure it's eating the out of you. Am I wrong?
No, see, me and Pods, I know I'm not seeing my wife, I'm not seeing my kids, you guys are just playing games, like this is just...
Dude, but I'm not trying...
We're not trying to play games again.
That's it, guys.
Hey, can you make me a promise? Like, man to man?
Can you tell me that she's alive?
You're gonna play the same word games that you played with me the other day.
It's not word games.
I got nothing else.
Because we care, man. We want to know.
This isn't gonna go anywhere. Like, this isn't gonna stop. So
No, it's not.
So
So
either get on the bus now or get run over.
I got nothing else to say.
Following this, Adam requests his lawyer and the interview ends. For now, he will remain in custody, but it won't be for long because the detectives still haven't charged him in connection with Harmony's disappearance. They still haven't found her, and they don't have enough evidence yet to tie him to a homicide. In the meantime, the reward for finding Harmony continues to grow.
With no luck and no solid leads, the reward in the search for a little girl in New Hampshire is now $100,000. Manchester police and the FBI have been searching for Harmony Montgomery, the 7-year-old last seen 2 years ago, but only reported missing 2 weeks ago. Police were at the home where Harmony last lived over the past couple of days, searching in the backyard.
Despite multiple searches for Harmony's body, police still aren't able to locate her. Soon, Adam's ex, Kayla, is also arrested. Although she claims she last saw Harmony alive around Thanksgiving 2019, she continued collecting food stamps from the state, committing welfare fraud. Over the following months, authorities keep searching for Harmony and building their case against Adam. In March 2022, his girlfriend, the one who was in the car with him during the initial search, Kelsey, is found dead in a hotel room. Her death is quickly ruled not suspicious, likely a result of an OD. 3 months later, police discovered that Kayla lied about the last day she saw Harmony alive. She told officers that Adam dropped her off at work that day, but in reality, she had stopped working there a week earlier.
Kayla Montgomery was arrested Friday and charged with perjury. New court documents just released state that Montgomery lied under oath about the time and location of a prior work shift.
In August 2022, detectives make a new discovery involving biological evidence, officially declaring it a homicide case.
Harmony is a sweet and innocent child who deserves to be brought home to her family.
By repeatedly striking Harmony in the head with a closed fist in Manchester on or about December 7, 2019.
On October 24th, Adam Montgomery is officially charged with second-degree murder, along with abuse of a corpse, falsifying evidence, and several other counts. In November of that same year, Kayla pleads guilty to perjury in exchange for testifying against her ex-husband. She receives an 18-month state prison sentence, but what she will later reveal in court will reveal the horrifying final moments of 5-year-old Harmony. 2 years after the search for Harmony began, on February 8th, 2024, Adam's trial starts. On the second day of the trial, Kayla is brought in to testify. She begins by recounting that on December 7th, 2019, the entire family was driving to Burger King.
I asked to go to Burger King.
You asked to go to Burger King?
Yes.
And so at some point, did he begin driving the vehicle?
Yes.
Was that before or after he repeatedly struck Harmony?
After.
What was Harmony doing at that point when he started driving the vehicle?
She was crying a lot.
She was crying a lot?
Yeah. And she was making a weird noise.
Was she saying anything?
No. Adam was getting really angry from Harmony peeing in the car, and he repetitively kept punching her on the way to Burger King, and there were a couple red lights, and when we were at red lights, he would go over the driver's seat, like in between the passenger seat, and he was just punching her repetitively in the head.
Harmony struggled with bladder control. She was likely afraid to ask her father to stop because she knew he would get angry. But whenever she couldn't hold it any longer and had an accident, Adam would take his anger out on her. At this time, 2 of his other sons were also in the car, along with Kayla, but she failed to intervene.
I told her to shut up, stop crying. It was like, I can't even describe it. It was like a moaning kind of noise, but crying. It was just weird. I can't explain it. I put my arm up and said to stop, but he looks at me and he gave me this look that was like evil. His crazy eyes. I didn't like it, and I couldn't stop him from hitting her, because the look that he gave me was scary. I was scared. Like he was either gonna hit me or just, I don't know. It was weird. And that was like one of the first times that I've seen him look at me like that.
Did you look back at Harmony at any point?
No.
Why not?
Because I was scared.
What were you scared of?
If Adam was gonna say something, or if he hurt her really bad, it was gonna look really bad.
After repeatedly punching her, Adam eventually stopped. He told Kayla that he thought he had really hurt Harmony this time. Yet even then, he maintained a cold, detached composure. At this point, Harmony lost consciousness. Adam placed a blanket over her and continued driving to Burger King. After getting food, they returned to Colonial Village.
Was Harmony still under the blanket when you arrived at Colonial Village?
Yes.
And that moaning that you mentioned, that weird noise that she was making, was she still making it? Why didn't you check on her?
Because I was scared.
When you arrived at the Colonial Village parking lot, when you arrived back there, what did you and the defendant do?
We got drugs and got high.
Remember, at this point, both of her sons were in the car with them in the parking lot. Harmony was beneath a blanket, possibly already long gone.
When did you realize that Harmony had passed away?
When Adam was trying to wake her up and she didn't reply or anything. He took the duffel bag that was in the trunk and put her in the duffel bag.
At this point, they were both still high, and Adam needed to figure out what to do with the body. At no time did either of them consider calling 911 or taking Harmony to the hospital. In the months that followed, Adam would attempt to hide the body in several different ways, and what Kayla now reveals to the court can only be described as utterly disturbing.
Put the bag in the snowbank so Anthony wouldn't see it.
Where was the snowbank that you put? And sorry, let me clarify. Who put her in a snowbank?
Adam.
Where was that snowbank that he put her in?
In the embankment from the parking lot.
After living in the car for some time, the Montgomerys went to Kayla's mother. Adam brought the duffel bag with him, but once they arrived, he realized he needed to figure out where to put her. That's when he came up with a plan.
There was a cooler in the hall walkway that the residents used to get in and out of the building, and it was on my mom's floor level in the hallway. And he put the he put the duffel bag in the cooler.
And what was in the duffel bag at that point?
Harmony.
So he removed her from the trash and he put her in this cooler.
Yes.
This way, the body was kept in a cold place and didn't give off too strong of a smell. For those few weeks, the Montgomerys lived at Kayla's mother's apartment, and every day the building's residents walked right past the cooler, unaware of the horrifying secret hidden inside. After those few weeks, they moved to a family shelter. There, Adam continued hiding the body.
Adam put her in the ceiling, in the vent of the room that we stayed in.
At the time you were living at the Families in Transition shelter, was there anything going on with Harmony's body?
You could smell a horrible smell that was coming through the vents.
Since the bag wasn't kept cold anymore, it began to stink horribly. After some time, another resident at the shelter noticed the smell and called maintenance. They checked all the rooms, and when it was time for Montgomery's place, Adam quickly grabbed the bag from the ceiling and hid her in the bathroom. The maintenance workers didn't find anything in the ceiling and concluded that an animal had probably died up there. The family then soon moved to another apartment, and the bag was placed in the closet. But eventually, Adam decided he needed to get rid of it and came up with a plan.
Brought her into the bathroom to put her in the garbage bags and to get her to fit in that bag that's similar to that one. He asked me to bring the bag to his job because he told me that he put her in the freezer.
Finally, on March 3rd, 2020, Adam rented a truck and left with a body. Kayla recalls that he left around 1 a.m. and returned about 4 hours later, but without the bag. From that point on, Harmony was gone, and Kayla never saw either her body or the bag again. It took the state 2 years after that to begin the search for Harmony. Following her testimony, the defense takes the stand and points the finger at her, portraying her as a liar who only made a deal with prosecutors to protect herself. She has lied under oath before, they argue, and there's no reason to believe she isn't lying now. On February 22nd, after deliberations, the jury reaches its verdict, guilty on 5 counts: second-degree murder, second-degree assault, witness tampering, falsifying physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Meanwhile, Kayla, who pleaded guilty to perjury in 2022, is granted parole on March 7th. 2 months later, on May 9th, Adam is sentenced to a minimum of 56 years in prison. That sentence is added to his previous gun charges, ensuring he will never again be a free man.
She saved me, and I was trying to do the same for her, but nobody would listen to me. It was like I have never in my life felt so invisible. I try to tell myself that anything he did to her after, she was already at peace and she couldn't feel it. That's the only thing that gives me a tiny shred of peace.